Have you ever been on the brink of victory in a fast-paced online game, only to lose at the last second because your screen stuttered or failed to keep up with the action? In the dynamic world of gaming, small details can make or break your experience. Every pixel, every frame, and every millisecond can mean the difference between triumphant glory and crushing defeat. That's why choosing the right display is so important. Today, we're exploring 3 different options that speak to different needs and budgets: the Hisense U8 series, the ViewSonic XG270Q, and the Dell SE2422HX. Each has its own strengths and design philosophies, promising to transform how you play. Sound intriguing? Stick around as we break down what makes each one stand out. And if any of these monitors or TVs catch your eye, you'll find a handy link in the description below that takes you straight to Amazon, where you can dive into more details. Let's start with what many consider the heartbeat of a gaming setup: display performance. The goal here is simple: ensure your games look gorgeous and run smoothly. The ViewSonic XG270Q leads the pack if you're searching for that classic gaming monitor sweet spot. It offers a 27-inch screen with a 1440p resolution, often referred to as Quad HD or 2K. Why does that matter? Well, 1440p strikes a balance. It's visibly sharper than 1080p but doesn't demand the same hefty GPU power that 4K does. Couple that resolution with a 165Hz refresh rate, and you're looking at buttery smooth motion, whether you're battling through high-speed racing games or intense first-person shooters. Add in a 1 millisecond response time, and every flick of your mouse or press of your controller button registers on screen with minimal delay. It's like clearing traffic on the digital highway so your gameplay can surge ahead unimpeded. Switch gears to the Hisense U8 series, and you'll see a different approach, one that's especially enticing for fans of console gaming or for those who simply crave a bigger screen. The U8 is more than just a monitor. It's typically sold as a television, such as the 55U8G model, with a glorious 4K resolution. If you're someone who can't resist jaw-dropping visuals, you'll appreciate how 4K brings out the small details, like individual strands of hair on a character model or the texture of distant objects in an open-world game. It's an invitation to get lost in the environment you're exploring. With a 120Hz refresh rate, it caters nicely to modern consoles that support higher frame rates, helping your games look smooth and fluid. It's like upgrading from a standard highway to a multi-lane expressway. There's room to accelerate, space to maneuver, and the journey feels far more immersive. Then there's the Dell SE2422HX, a 24-inch monitor running at 1080p with a 75Hz refresh rate. On paper, it may sound modest compared to the other two. Yet, for more casual gamers or those who prefer a simple setup, this smaller form factor can be a blessing. Maybe your desk space is limited, or you're working within a tighter budget. In those scenarios, the Dell's no-frills approach can still provide a reliable experience. It's not aiming to offer razor-sharp 4K images or ultra-high refresh rates, but it does give you everything you need for day-to-day gaming tasks and more relaxed play sessions. Think of it as the friendly sedan that reliably gets you from point A to point B, rather than a sports car that demands constant high-performance tuning. Gaming isn't just about visuals, it's about consistency. Screen tearing and stuttering can rip you out of an otherwise immersive experience, especially if you're navigating high-speed chases or diving into competitive esports arenas. This is where technologies like GSWC and variable refresh rate, VRR, come in, working behind the scenes to match your monitor's refresh rate with the actual frames your graphics card or console delivers. The ViewSonic XG270Q shines with NVIDIA G-Sync support. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, this pairing keeps your game running seamlessly, removing those ugly horizontal tears that can pop up when the game's frame rate and the monitor's refresh rate drift out of sync. It's a bit like having a dance partner who perfectly matches your every move, never stepping on your toes, never out of tune. Meanwhile, the Hisense U8 series supports a broader VRR feature. This can be especially helpful if you're plugging in a next-gen console that takes advantage of variable refresh rates on 4K TVs. If you've ever noticed jarring screen jolts when your console's frame rate dips, VRR smooths that out, ensuring you hardly notice these fluctuations. It's as though the TV and your console are in constant communication, automatically adjusting themselves so you remain blissfully unaware of any performance hiccups. As for the Dell SE2422HX, it doesn't prominently include adaptive sync technology. This means if you're pushing your games to higher frame rates or experiencing frame drops, you might see tearing or stuttering. For more laid-back players who aren't as sensitive to such issues, that might not be a deal-breaker. But if you're the kind of person who scours forums for tips on optimizing frame rates, you'll likely notice the absence of adaptive sync capabilities. A stunning display only goes so far if there's a noticeable delay between the moment you move your character and the instant it shows up on screen. Input lag can make even the fastest reflexes feel sluggish. The ViewSonic XG270Q is specifically designed with low input lag in mind, giving competitive gamers the near-instant reactions they crave. When milliseconds matter, like in a first-person shooter or a high-stakes tournament, this advantage can mean the difference between securing the final point or walking away in defeat. Over in Hisense's corner, the U8 series includes a game mode that helps trim down input lag to more acceptable levels for a TV. While it might not hit the exact same ultra-responsive note of a specialized gaming monitor, it's often good enough for console gamers who want top-notch visuals without sacrificing too much on speed. Picture yourself on your couch, controller in hand, immersed in a massive 4K world with minimal delay. It strikes a balance between visual spectacle and respectable performance, perfect for living room setups or multi-purpose spaces. The Dell SE2422HX, being the more budget-friendly option, might carry higher input lag compared to the others. This may become apparent in Twitch-heavy titles, where quick turnarounds and precise aim are essential. Still, for more relaxed experiences, like city-building simulators, role-playing games, or casual online co-op, this monitor can be absolutely fine. It's a reminder that not every gamer needs esports-level responsiveness. For some, the fun is in the leisurely exploration or the collaborative missions with friends. Connectivity plays a pivotal role in any gaming setup. The ViewSonic has multiple inputs, including both HDMI and DisplayPort, giving you the freedom to connect to different platforms, your gaming PC, perhaps, plus a console or even an older device. Meanwhile, the Hisense U8 series typically comes loaded with several HDMI ports, which is a lifesaver if you have multiple consoles, streaming sticks, or a soundbar you want to hook up. The Dell SE2422HX keeps it basic with standard connectivity options. For minimalists or those who only have one or two devices to plug in, this might be more than enough. However, if you plan on juggling a variety of gadgets, keep in mind you won't have as many ports at your disposal. If you're finding value in this comparison and want to see more deep dives into gaming tech, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button right now. It helps the channel grow, and it means you'll be the first to know when we post new content. Plus, it only takes a second. And if any of these monitors or TVs sound like they'd level up your setup, remember the Amazon links waiting down below for an easy way to learn more or make a purchase. Now that we've laid out the main differences, how do you decide which display is truly right for you? It might help to picture your ideal gaming scenario. If you're the type who demands competitive-grade performance and crisp visuals on a mid-sized screen, the ViewSonic XG270Q might feel like it was crafted just for you. With its 1440p resolution, fast refresh rate, and GSWNC support, it's built to deliver a rock-solid experience for PC gaming aficionados and esports enthusiasts. Think of it like a finely tuned race car that's ready to handle sharp turns and sudden accelerations without breaking a sweat. If you crave cinematic visuals and the allure of that big screen experience, particularly if you're gaming on the latest generation of consoles, then the Hisense U8 series steps into the spotlight. Its 4K resolution and 120Hz refresh rate offer an immersive environment for your adventures, be they exploring alien planets or driving across realistic cityscapes. It's the giant canvas that turns your living room into a personal gaming theater, letting you lose yourself in every detail. And if you're someone who just wants a no-nonsense display without blowing your budget, the Dell SE2422HX is a straightforward, dependable option. For general use, casual gaming, or smaller spaces where you don't need a massive screen, it does the job. Perhaps you're a student in a dorm, or you want an auxiliary monitor for a modest PC setup. It's like the reliable friend who's always there when you need them, even if they aren't the flashiest person in the room. Ultimately, choosing the perfect display isn't about chasing the highest specs on paper, it's about finding something that resonates with your gaming style, your budget, and your physical space. The ViewSonic XG270Q offers a polished balance of resolution and speed. The Hisense U8 series brings a movie-like spectacle to your living room. And the Dell SE2422HX keeps things simple and affordable for casual gamers. If you're still on the fence, nothing beats checking out user reviews, comparing prices, and visualizing how each of these displays might fit into your own gaming life. Remember, you'll find direct links to all three in the description below, so you can quickly see more details or even place an order if you're ready to upgrade. And here's a bonus tip. Take a moment to think about future-proofing. If you plan on upgrading your graphics card soon or investing in a next-gen console, you might appreciate a monitor or TV that can keep pace with those higher frame rates or sharper resolutions. On the other hand, if you're happy where you are and just need a dependable screen to get you through your favorite titles, a simpler model might be more than enough. Thank you for taking the time to join us in this comparison journey. We hope you're walking away with a clearer sense of which display could bring your gaming dreams closer to reality. If you're curious about the rest of Hisense's lineup, stick around because our next video will zoom in on the Hisense U7 series, exploring how it stacks up in terms of features and performance. Hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss it. Until then, may your kill streaks be high, your internet connection be stable, and your gaming sessions be as smooth as possible. Ready to elevate your gaming setup? Don't forget those Amazon links below. One click could be all it takes to discover your new favorite screen. Good luck, have fun, and we'll see you in the next video.